All right, let's get right into it because the way customers find your business has fundamentally changed. Seriously, everything you thought you knew about getting found on Google, it's time to hit the reset button. We're in a completely new world, and if you're not playing by the new rules, you're basically invisible already.
And this, right here, this is the single most important change you need to wrap your head around. For the past 20 years, we've all been trained, like little Pavlovian dogs, to type keywords into a search box. Well, that's pretty much over. Now we just ask. We ask our phones, we ask our cars, we ask our smart speakers a direct question, and we expect a direct answer.
And you can really see the difference laid out here. We've officially left the search era, where Google would give you 10 blue links and basically say, here's a bunch of stuff, you do the homework. Now we're deep in the answer era. And AI, whether it's Gemini or ChatGPT, doesn't give you options. It gives you the answer.
And that simple shift creates this huge, massive problem for most businesses. We call it the AI visibility gap. It's this growing chasm between you and the customers who are now just asking an AI, hey, who's the best plumber near me, instead of searching for you themselves.
And here is the brutal, honest truth of this new reality. In the old world, you could be number 3, 4, or 5 on the first page and still get plenty of business. In this new world, if you are not the one and only answer the AI serves up, you don't exist. It is a complete winner-take-all game. So the big question is, how do you become the answer? Well, the good news is the solution isn't some 6-month, super complicated marketing strategy. It's a focused, intense, 5-day sprint. It's designed to methodically close that AI visibility gap and position your business as the single most logical choice for an AI to recommend.
And here's the game plan. This is exactly how we're going to do it. Over just 5 days, we're going to systematically dial in the 5 core pillars of AI visibility. Day 1 is the audit, then the reset, the check, the signal, and finally the asset. You can see how each day really builds on the one before it, creating this incredibly strong foundation.
So let's kick it off, starting with day 1, the foundation. This is all about doing a deep audit on the single most critical asset you have when it comes to being seen by AI.
For what feels like forever, we've all treated our Google business profile like a simple listing in the phone book. You set it and forget it. That whole mindset is now obsolete. You have to start thinking of it as your business's resume, specifically written for an AI recruiter. The AI scans this profile to see if you're even qualified for the job of being recommended. So the whole point of day 1 is to make that resume absolutely flawless. You're going to go through every single field, and I mean every single one, and fill it out completely. You'll write detailed, keyword-rich descriptions for all of your services. You'll upload a ton of high-quality photos. Remember, you're not just filling out a profile. You're literally spoon-feeding a structured database of facts about your business directly to the AI. Which brings us right to day 2, social proof. See, if your Google profile is what you claim you are, your reviews are how the AI verifies that you're telling the truth. It's the ultimate fact checker. And this is where it gets really interesting, because what AIs care about is not what most business owners think they care about. We get so hung up on the total number of reviews we have, but the AI, it's looking at 2 other things much more closely. Review velocity, meaning how often are you getting new reviews, and review recency, how new are they? A steady trickle of recent, positive reviews is a much stronger signal to an AI that your business is thriving right now. So on day 2, your job is to build a super simple system to just ask for reviews so you get that consistent flow. And critically, you need to go and respond to your last 5 reviews. Why? Because every single response you write is more content, more keywords, and it's a direct signal to the AI that you are active, engaged, and you care about your reputation. All right, moving on to day 3, the hub. I want you to think of your website as the main library. It's where the AI goes when it wants to do a deep dive and get more detailed information to back up everything it learned from your profile and your reviews. But here's the thing. For an AI to actually read the books in your library, they need to be perfectly organized. And that is exactly what schema markup is. Think of it like a secret translator code that you add to your website. It removes all the guesswork for the AI. You're not just hoping the AI figures out your hours of operation. You are explicitly telling it, these are my exact hours, in a language that it was built to understand perfectly. So the big moves for day 3 are to build out specific hyper-local pages for the individual neighborhoods you serve. And then you need to confirm that your name, address, and phone number are 100% identical down to the last comma absolutely everywhere online. That consistency is totally non-negotiable if you want to build the AI's trust. Now we're at day 4, the pulse. If your website is the library of facts, your social media is the proof that the library is actually open for business and there are real, live human beings inside. It sends what we call a sign of life to the AI. And listen, this isn't just about feeding a robot. Check out this stat. A staggering 65% of young adults are now using platforms like TikTok and Instagram as their main search engine for finding local businesses. They're not looking for websites anymore. They are looking for authentic video. And you don't have to freak out. It doesn't need to be complicated. Forget about slick, polished commercials. The videos that crush it for local businesses are the authentic ones. A quick behind-the-scenes tour on your phone, a short video answering a common customer question, a simple meet the team introduction. That's the stuff that builds real trust and connection. So your mission for day 4 is incredibly simple. Just choose one social media platform you can stick with and post one authentic video. Don't overthink it. Just pull out your phone, record a 30-second answer to a question you get all the time, and post it. Seriously, done is so much better than perfect here. And that brings us to the grand finale, day 5, ownership. This is all about building a real, tangible asset that you control completely, something that makes you immune to whatever crazy algorithm changes come next. The difference here is absolutely critical. Your followers on social media, your rankings on Google, that's all rented data. You're just borrowing that audience. The platform can change the rules and take it all away tomorrow. But your email and text message list, that's owned data. It is the only marketing asset you will ever truly own 100%. Day 5 is all about laying the first bricks of that fortress.
So, you put in the work for these 5 days. What's the actual result? The outcome is that you become the AI's safe bet. When you've given it a perfect resume, verified by a steady stream of recent reviews, backed up by a perfectly structured website, and confirmed by a living, breathing social pulse, you become the path of least resistance. You make it a no-brainer for the AI to recommend you. And this all leads to the holy grail of the answer era, zero-click conversions. This is when a customer asks a question, gets your business as the answer, trusts it, and then calls you or gets directions straight from that answer without ever even visiting your website. The decision is made before they even see your homepage. That's a game changer.
You know, in this new landscape, saying nothing is actually saying a lot. If you don't actively provide clear, consistent, and compelling data about who you are, the AI will either ignore you, or even worse, it will define you based on incomplete or just plain wrong information it finds somewhere else. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Are you going to let the AI define your business by your silence, or are you going to define yourself by your data?